I was supposed to wait. Hi, hold on. Got a whole lot to talk about. I think we're gonna be on here for a few hours later on today, for sure. Make sure y'all like, share, subscribe. Leave a comment if you like. If you like me, I understand. I just show up, show my support, and 9 times, 10 out of 10, I'm not gonna leave a comment. If I do, it's gonna be meaningful. What the heck is actually going on as of recently? Like it's a lot. It is a lot. Ooh wee. September is giving September. It is giving year of completion. It is giving ooh wee. Some people feelings, a lot of people feelings is gonna be hurt. When I say they're gonna be hurt, they're gonna be hurt. Like they already are. And it's a lot of the people that don't know how to mind their fucking business. Okay? It's them peoples. The people them. I see they haven't been showing up and trying to show out like they usually was before. And I told them or the soulless for that matter. It's not yours, is ours. I said, let it go. Give it back. Give it back. When you take something, you need to give it back. When you take something, you need to give it back. Give it back freely. Give it back willingly, or it will be taken by force. I said, by hook or by crook, God's sake is not playing. But I understand right now. I don't want to dance. I make money moves. Africa that made their own money. Okay. But it's okay. And making your own money, making a community where people could come, it really didn't matter the race to me. What mattered was people being able to be at home and working from home and supporting their families. Pretty much was the main goal. And the fee was not going to be a lot. It was like, shit was going to be ridiculous. All they would have had to do was really invest in themselves and pay a portion of what I was going to ask. And that was it. And yeah, say thank you to my haters at that time. But even more so, Community World Garden is just going to be what it is. The mission did not stop. They didn't stop shit at all. Hey, you guys. Oh, I just seen the comments. So, see, it's so far down. I can't even see the comments. Ask the question. You don't have to state that you have a question. Just go ahead and ask the question. Anybody ask any question that they want to. And this annoying, idiotic person is going to get blocked. What can I put in here? Oh, let me put my gym right there. My gym will work just fine right there. I said, ask the question. What are you talking about? You don't have to ask. You don't have to say I have a question. Just ask the question. If that was the point, then you wouldn't have free will, right? I don't believe I'm the one trying to control people's free will. But I do have a certain level of tolerance that I will take and won't take. That's what it is. But if you have a question, ask the question. Why the fuck would you ask me something like that? On a public platform, I'm just like, why? If I give you my number, then whoever is watching and or will watch this video after it's posted will have my number. Why would that be a rational, smart decision? Some questions need to be asked before you probably ask the question. Self-reflection, thoughts, you know what I mean? Who the fuck is that? You talking about, okay, you gonna call me. How the fuck you gonna call me? You do not have my number. I see your name Hidden Digs. Hidden Digs? Hidden Digs. What the fuck? What does that name stand for? You will call me FG. But yeah, definitely happy for the African community. God damn. We have been fighting for people to wake the fuck up. Yo. They woke up and they not fucking playing. We all got a little ignorant people in all of our races, but you know what I'm saying? Happy for those who just be on their shit. Because this is actually going to give the people that are struggling mentally, spiritually, and emotionally, and financially, food-wise, housing-wise, whatever, this is going to give them the chance to be okay, to recover from trauma, thousands of, hundreds of years of trauma. And that's fair. That's fucking fair. And they had to fight for that shit. That's fucking crazy. But now the fight is America. We gonna have to, I don't know. Now we may not have to fight, or we might have to fight. I don't think we really have to fight this time though. I really don't think so. But if it happens, then it happens. You know what I'm saying? We ain't forcing nothing. We ain't trying to fight. We just over here trying to mind our business like we usually do and just get what's owed to us, which was stolen from us. So, you know what I'm saying? Fucking pirates. They over there going ham. They're going ham. You're retarded ass. You getting off my goddamn channel. That's what you about to do. I'm blocking your ass. So, anyways, they is over there going ham in France, in Paris. They're over there going crazy. For real. Because Africans made their own shmoney. And they're taking their resources back. They're putting their own willpower back to them. Rightfully fucking so. And them motherfuckers over there losing their shit because France was over there making African money and not getting up off, you know what I'm saying? Getting off of what didn't belong to them in the first place. but they got all their ancient artifacts. Well, some of their ancient artifacts and what came from the Americas in their museums. Hey, Willie. What's up, Marcus? So, yeah, they going over there going ham shit in France. They got shit on fire like damn. Like they tearing shit up. It's ghetto over there anyway. Like they really ghetto. They be talking about America. I think that's where that lady just had that girl in the headlock. She grabbed her hair. She was like, "Bitch, if you don't give me my passport, don't quit fucking playing with me." Yeah, really, that's really what's going on. I guess it's been going on for like the past week. And they're not, I don't think they put it on public news. It's just we're knowing, per usual, we're learning about this. I'm learning about this today on YouTube. I was like, oh, wow. Oh, thank you. Thank you for subscribing. Like, share, subscribe. Yes, please. We are all for the healing, for real. So, let me make sure it's straight. So yeah, they're over there. They're on him, and September is having a big ass impact on everybody. I'm fasting today. Today's the 17th. Nobody's supposed to know shit. September today, and it's on the 8th. Do the numerology on that. With the current events is wild. I was like, ooh. They getting it. They riding around and they getting it. They're mad about it too. They're like, oh my God, the black people are gonna find where we live and they're gonna come in and cut me. Like bringing down the house. That movie was fucking hilarious. No, we're not. We really don't give a fuck. We just want y'all to mind your business and leave us alone. And give us the business that y'all took for real. That's all we're worried about. And, you know, for our people that took on y'all mentality of what y'all created, Jesus Christ, they need help. We pray for their mental health too as well. So it's currently a really sad sickness that is still concurrently going on with, you know, some people. Like I told the lady that wanted to put me on lockdown, I was like, she was like, yeah, I just need you to change, because I love platinum blonde. Platinum blonde is my color. You feel me? This and my natural look, I love it. She was more of a black pixie, black hair type of girl, you know, of I gotta look for them people. Okay, well, you can look there for them people, but she's like, but I want to be like them. Why would you want to be like them? Because they're trying to be like you. You don't know your history, which is a lot. I see that a lot. And unfortunately, that exists a lot down south. Everywhere, but it does exist down south. Everywhere. And it's really sad, you know. It's kind of a good thing when people are able to, you know, live a comfortable, soft life. There's nothing wrong with that at all. But the ethics the moral ethics that should go with that needs to be there. And a lot of people get there and they stay there, but a lot of other people, some other people get there and they educate themselves. So that's the major difference, to even know how, you know, this economic system works and functions. It's a thing, you know? Unless we know our unless we know his story, we can't really know our story, you know? Thank you for the like, share, subscribe. Thank you guys. So we gotta build our own. We gotta make our own. I mean, because we ain't really waiting for them to give shit back. We just understand, you know, the energy and respect it for what it is. But a lot of people are finding out just how corrupt history is. How France and you know, those foreign countries are built off the backs of Africans and the Egyptians. Them just now figuring out that it never belonged to them. This is gonna, again, bam, like jolt another awakening for another mass set of people. And then while you will see, I was just talking about the Capitol riot of 2020 with dump truck and him people, of how this is going to jolt, and people are going to see why these people are over here acting the fucking ass. They just found another teenager hung in Mississippi in a tree. And if I'm not mistaken, another one too about a week ago. So why? I don't understand what that says. Can you rewrite it? Rewrite it? Rewrite it? What was that about? Can you rewrite it? Please and thank you. A lot of that. We got a lot of videos. We got a lot of catching up to do. We're talking about the wounds of Israel that voted for dump truck. Their father wounds. Their father wounds. Them wanting to trust and believe, and that's supposed to be so great, and it's a sham and it's a fucking lie, and you're only being used because you're a minority. Tam almost said minority report. You're a minority report. Oh shit, that's all bad, because they look at you as if you're nothing, because they gave you a piece of something to hold on, just like they did to the gay community. You know, gay communities that supported him, and they just don't want to acknowledge, they don't even respect the gay community whatsoever. They just use them for a vote. They didn't have respect. They just don't have, you got to respect the energy for what it is. They're going to always fake and pretend to support. I support healing for everyone, no matter the race, the color, the gender, the gayness, the transgenderness, the whatever. I support healing. Obviously, they don't support healing. Obviously, they don't promote any healing. They believe the healing is of, I mean, y'all put it together. They believe that the healing is what they believe in. More colonization. So I could tell you the truth about me and everything I believe in and what I believe it for and why I believe it. I could tell you everything down to a T. And it has nothing to do with colonization. But yet, this person that was deported, I'm sure, every action that he has said and done publicly, and even lying publicly multiple times, and now are saying is saying dumb stuff, which we Project Blue Book. This person is going to be, this is going to start, that big WW3 that nobody really wants to experience except for them that are making these idle threats. He is not smart enough. He did not prepare shit. He is strictly COA, him for him. Because at the end of the day, he get y'all to get out here and act up and act the damn fool when these people have access to all of our information and still do have access to all of our information, our banking systems, our cell phones, our accounts for multiple different accounts that are necessities to function, which is why they're trying to promote and jump over to this electrical, currency. But it's just going to be overminded by them, the colonizers. They just want utterly complete control. That's the only reason, the only purpose to keep power and control financially. So, people can keep thinking and hoping and wishing that, I do pray for, I don't know. Let God handle lots of this. Simply because I won't put up with none of this at all. Let me look at this real quick. So the father childhood wound for the people that voted for dump truck and didn't want to vote for Kamala, right? We're going to get to this. Dr. Evil. Reproductive. Not reproductive. Reproductive magic? Yeah, when you think about domestic cults, they had to implement something other than the original indigenous land was actually in balance with the dark and the light. Oh, I think I'm on the wrong page. Yep, I am. Okay, the Field Father realm. The Field Father realm. Just like there is a it's like a tortured mother realm, meaning like the mothers that sensitive right now. Be aware this is a sensitive topic, very sensitive topic. There's a mother realm where women have unalive themselves or their children, and they didn't make it to their maturity on a spiritual level, right? The failed father realm is something like that too. Forgive my lips. um, the day my dad broke my heart, it wasn't the beatings and I got beat the shit out of. It wasn't the beatings, it wasn't that, it was a part of it. But I was about 4 or 5 years old. I was about 4 or 5 years old. And I would ask because I'm recognizing and seeing how I'm being treated as opposed to siblings, cousins, from my mom, my dad, to everybody else, neighbors, you name it, even the fucking dog. So I asked him, was I different? And he was like, what do you mean, how are you different? And I said, I mean, like from another family different. And he was like, no, you're my baby. Well, some years later, probably not even 5 years later, I know not even 5 years later, he admitted to me that I was adopted. That broke my fucking heart because you lied to me. It was the lie. And I believe, along with everything else, and this is why I say the failed father realm, because there's nothing that you can do that will ever be okay when you lie to a child. And quite literally, I feel and am aware of the possibly do the changes and make the changes that these people will be able to be a better father or a better figure. Just an assumption. Something that is not original can't do what is natural because it doesn't come natural. Hey, Tony, how are you? So it doesn't come natural to this person. And this has been a generational curse. We're not going to go too deep into it because I'm going to come back and I'm going to go live again. And we're going to be on here for a few hours. But this is one of the topics that we're also going to touch on, the failed father realm. Not only because we can see what is girl, what is that? Hi. So not only because we can see his father wounds now and what he's projecting and how he's using and manipulating about how he's going to rule, and the biggest ego fucking ever in those that are like him. What are you saying sorry for? But his father wounds are very clear to see, and like I said, we can say it is not. We can say it's not a race war. We can say it's not a sex war, but it is exactly that. And until we address these issues, they will continue to go on and be a disturbance in everything in how we function on a mental and physical level. You know, it just is what it is. It's like trying to cover up a bullet wound with a band-aid. It's impossible. So instead of trying to cover it up with a band-aid, we need to rip that band-aid off, dig, cut, make sure it's all clear of any infectious disease, you know what I'm saying? Cleanse it and nurture it back to healing. But because they did not want to do it willingly, God is showing everyone just how fake his story is and where his story started. And it began and will end. And it has everything to do with the truth. So, and that's as in any story. My story, for instance, I had to move by faith. I had to move, calling you girl. Okay, thank you. Yeah, that word is a hell no to me, unless I know you personally. We're talking about, it's kind of crazy how you are writing and I cannot see you on the chat. Why things are happening right now with dump truck and this band-aid being snatched off the bullet wound, and how this is all got to get cleared up. And his story ain't his story, but that makes sense why people would war, and the person that won the war would be able to write the story as to what happened when it's complete and utter bullshit, and had a whole nations believing this one truth. Thank you guys for the like, shares, and subscribes. Had whole nations believing this. So if y'all don't believe that energetically the devil is fucking real and the devil, there is no such thing as reincarnation, you have to understand how many lifetimes it took to get to this point right here. You have to understand God's forgiveness and the patience to allow forgiveness, healing, and to admit that, turn your heart, change your heart, do something different, be fair. How patient God has been up to this point. If y'all don't understand who God is for real and who the devil is for real, and you don't believe in reincarnation, hell, even ChatGPT is telling y'all the fucking truth at this point. And people, oh, you say yes. And people are just still in like utter denial. Oh my God, it can't be a black person. Oh my God, it can't be a black woman. It can't be. It can't be a black man. It can't be a black God. Think so? Because there's been plenty of fools that have found, have failed for the trickery of just abusing their authority and power. And yes, they are not all white, but majority. His father and his father's father and father. Have been these things, ruling over certain people, fighting and pillaging and taking over what didn't belong to them, building up walls. Hell, if you ask me, the ice wall is a built wall. It's one that they built up to keep us in, to really like fuck us up. And then they talking about building a golden dome over the United States of America. You smoking crack. You smoking crack. Hell no, nigga, there's already a dome. There's a dome already. What the fuck are you doing? Like, shit, let them cook. God damn it. Like, what more do you want? What more do you want? I mean, the words that you speak are bad enough. Yeah, we all do believe everybody should be fair to everyone, but everyone is not the same. And then that's simply how it's put. And you got to understand, from God's perspective, God is just me and God. God gave free will, so who is anybody else to do anything less? The devil and God give gifts. Can you discern the difference between the two? It's the fucking question. I had to leave by faith and believe that everything was going to be okay and that I was going to make the right decisions, even though I could not see with my physical eye what was going on. And nobody around me could either. Well, there were some definitely that could. But they were nobody that I fucking knew. It was, I could say one or two people that knew, something, a bit something spiritually. They could sense. But where I'm at today, I didn't have to be. I could have ruled to take people's lives. I could have ruled to, do a lot of harsh decisions that I wouldn't be here today. Is the difference between me and anybody else. You got to understand what it takes to be a God instead of pretending to be one. You have to work hard for that shit. That shit is not given. I could tell you ever since I was little, I've had to make some fucking crazy decisions from a young age. So nobody can tell me that the devil and God exist at the same time. Even in psychology, it teaches you that a person becomes who they are by the choices and the decisions that they make. And that's it, purely. Not just purely though, because in these circumstances, we're understanding that the land and everything else that was stolen from the people that were indigenous, that we were then, put into a matrix that was still unfair. Not only unfair to us, but barely fair to those who believe in a false God. And trust me, they are false gods. You are quite literally watching Hercules and Hades and shit. And Hercules' father, Zeus, in real life type shit. So, it's a lot to think about. It really is. It was yesterday. So, what was I So we're going to go and dive more deeply into this and address all the elephants, all the hawks, in the room, eagles, everything. Flamingos, pigeons, birds, the monkeys, the gorillas, the jackals. I want to just all of this shit. I got pages, I got hella videos, and it's just like that. This 17th, I'm on business. We standing on business, and that's just what it is. And it just is what it is. Well, I'm grateful for the decisions that I made. I really am. And it's just like that. You make great decisions, you make good decisions for you, for yourself, and for your generational lineage. It works out fairly well. 424. So, of course, we hope that people heal and they be fair, but things haven't been taken fairly, so and they not trying to give shit fairly. And I would suggest y'all do a second, third, fourth, fifth, not even people look at that fucking stimulus. Because they is trying to lock a lot of people away at this point. And like I've been telling people, stop stealing. They have the facial recognition and shit over here already. They just ain't told you motherfuckers. So when they come or the dude busting in the door, like you gonna know 444 what fucking time it is. Get your motherfucking ass together. It's 888 888 888. Ain't no fucking way. 888. That's. So you guys be wonderful, be great, and continue to be prosperous and give yourself words of loving affirmations. Whomever you are, even if it is the person watching my videos, you know what I'm saying? Go heal somewhere. Think about it. Think about it. Be about it. Shit, don't fuck thinking about it. Just be about it. You know? We are all meant to be great. Nobody's meant to be put in a box. That was the case. I'll be on Social Security and you know what I'm saying? But to expose this government system has been a fucking blast, and I'm happy. Yeah. So happy, so happy, happy as happy can fucking be. Whoa. Out of all the decisions that I could have did, I made every single right one. I thought I was wrong. Or if I was wrong, God had me reflect on it. And I'm like, oh damn, I could have did better, you know? We can always do better. Why do worse? So it's just taking time out to reflect as well and being a better person and striving to be a better person all the time. You know? We all have wounds. Hurt people. And people are finding out just how much people have been hurt and what really is owed to them. Because like I said before, if we were telling them to go back where the fuck they came from, where would they go? A lot of time to reflect. And And we would hope because they got free will at the end of the day, right? But God makes first and last and every choice. No matter what we think and know and aware of or what's going on. Okay? Be beautiful.